Kalinago Braves. Where's your flag? Labor! Good evening, my Labour family. Good evening to those who have traveled from far to be here. But most importantly, good evening to the constituents of the Salybia constituency. And tonight, it is whose night? So it is Cassius' night. And we are going to be with Cassius very early on the 6th. But before we go too far, while they are campaigning in disguise, we are going all out to ensure that every voter in the Salybia constituency votes for Mr. Cassius Frederick. I mean, it is clear. And by the way, let me just inform us that if they have an issue, we in the Salybia constituency, we have the most PAL reps alive. And Cassius has the support of every PAL rep in this constituency. I mean, you can see that there's unity within us. But within them, there's total disunity. And when you hear them on the street, yesterday, I understand, or the day before yesterday, they were in Sineku, a little meeting they have of about a dozen people, they causing chaos. They're fighting among themselves. See how many of us who are here today, peacefully, and we are going to celebrate on the 6th. We shall be out early enough. We will be celebrating early enough. As a matter of fact, if Mr. Riviere can say that Marigot is in the seat, we are already in the bag a long time. We have made our decision a long time. And we have evidence to boast why we are going to vote for Labour. For those of us who are visiting the Salybia constituency, if you pass in every hamlet, every corner, you will find a new home. And this Dominica Labour Party is the housing party in the Salybia constituency. This Dominica Labour Party, over the past few years, we have completed at least 200 homes at a cost of $25 million. And we will continue to build another 300 homes. Let me tell you something. If you stay too long without visiting the Salybia constituency, when you pass there, after another year, you will wonder, I'm really passing through the territory. It is being transformed. If you go to Sineku, you'll see the level of development that is happening in terms of housing. And for those, let us be fair. We say our mothers all shall eat. And we don't pay attention to whether you are blue, whether you are green, whether you are Labour. It's all shall eat. And those, I am begging those who receive those homes, resilient homes, search your conscience. When you keep on saying, say World Bank, does the World Bank know you? Is the Dominican Labour Party who's taking care of you? And if the Dominican Labour Party is taking care of you, support the Dominican Labour Party. Support Mr. Frederick in the Salybia constituency. I remember a couple times, well, during my time, they used to say, there's no employment. My brothers, I want all to take a drive early in the morning and see the amount of Kalinago Braves with their bags on their back, and they are heading to work. As a matter of fact, we have to bring out outsiders to do the work because there's so much work. There's not enough of us to do it. Right across here. 1, 2, 3. Just within 100 meters, I can quote 3 homes that was built by the Dominica Labour Party. Well, I was just corrected 5. There's 2 on the other side. So within 100 meters, we have 5 homes constructed by the Dominica Labour Party. And it's a pity that it's nighttime. If it was nighttime, you'd stay here and watch on the hill. You will see the amount of homes that are being built. My brother, this is serious business. They used to laugh at us, the UWP. They used to kind of look at us, look down at us and say, it's, well, the Caribbean. But you know what? This Dominican Labour Party has caused us to have a level of pride and dignity for being an indigenous group of people. And no longer will they come to the territory and talk their nonsense to us. Because our eyes are open, we can see. If they cannot see, let them not see. So, my brothers and sisters, we have seen the total transformation that is happening in terms of housing. And of course, we understand as we drive or traverse through the Salybia constituency, we have a little rugged road. But everything in terms of development, there is a cost. So we have to bear. But I want to let us know that when you drive through the Salybia constituency next year, it will be better than the Concord to Hatton Garden Road. And it will be wider. So while some are criticizing that Mr. Frederick haven't done anything with regards to the road, tell them, wait a moment, good things comes to those who wait. And you know something which is very interesting. To be honest, I feel happy to be a Labourite. Very, very happy. And I'll tell you why. This Dominican Labour Party is the only party that has really invested in education of the Kalinago people. We can boast tonight, and I will go anywhere and I will boast, that this Dominican Labour Party has brought up the level of university graduates in this country. And we can boast of having the most university graduates in this country. The UWP in the Salybia constituency, non-existent party anyway, they have done nothing for education. I remembered we had at any one point 25 individuals going to my uncle's place in Venezuela for studies. By the way, Chavez is my uncle, so I can say that. So we had Kalinago students going to Venezuela, coming back, working in this community. We can boast of 9 professional agronomists who went to study during this Labour Party reign. We boast of our doctors. As a matter of fact, we are so proud that we have 2 doctors as head surgeons at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. And not only those 2, but we can name them: Dr. Thomas, Dr. Frederick, Dr. Ehrlich, Dr. What's the doctor name down there? Anyway, a doctor down there, so Dr. Laville, my very good friend. But these are the type of people that we have, educating the youth. As for China, I always appreciate and say thanks to the Dominican Labour Party that I am one of those who went to study and I am back. I have served my country and I will continue to serve under this Dominican Labour Party. And friends, family, we boast of doctors. We boast of lawyers too. We have lawyers, we have pilots, we have firemen. Any profession you can think of in this country, we have them in the Kalinago territory because of the Dominican Labour Party. Education. Some of us may not know. I am not that old, but I am not that young either. But some of us, we went to school with a half-canpad book. We went with a piece of pencil. Some of us went to school without a shoe. At that time, I remember they had something called Razad. Some of us go to school with Razad. But today, we are going to school Bodudu. All the student must do, get on that bus, go to school, and learn. We provide you with uniforms, we provide you with transportation, we provide you with everything that you need. And on top of that, if you have any difficulties, we still help you financially to ensure that you go to school.
It's my PM family. Labor still the best choice. You can talk and make your lies. Labor still the best choice. Scream until you lose your voice. Labor still the best choice. Go ask me, get some voice.
Now, and thanks to the Dominica Labour Party, we thank you, or I thank you from my heart for universal education. Because a lot of us in the Salybia constituency could not go to school because of our financial condition. But with universal access to education, we can boast of what we have achieved. People, let us not forget what those guys in disguise did. Do you remember how they called our elderlies? Greedy. And do you remember how they call our youths? Don't repeat it. But thanks God for the Yes We Care program, that elderlies within the communities can have people to care for them. And thanks to the Dominican Labour Party who saw it fit to help those who had non-contribution to the Social Security, that today they are receiving their $300, and plus in the new year, there's going to be a 5% top-up. Free medical care. No one saw it fit other than this Dominican Labour Party. And I remember some of my Kalinago Braves, they would stay home sick because they could not pay the hospital fees. And now we can walk through the gate of the hospital, morning, night, rain or sun, we getting our medical attention that we deserve. Now, you know something? Let's be fair. Let's search our conscience. All of us can remember what happened after Maria. UWP, pas de sa main dans yon clou, jugewe pour un plyboard. Eh bien, tout ça yon de ka fait, c'est marcher. Sorry, let me speak English instead, because some of us think. So, all they can do is walk the streets. I don't know whether they are walking with their eyes closed, but while they were walking the streets, this Dominican Labour Party was busy at work trying to make lives better for the people of Dominica. We must not forget Erica. We must not forget Maria. But thanks God to the Dominican Labour Party that after Maria, I think the Salybia constituency was almost the first to be recovered. So, brothers and sisters, I encourage us that as we go out on the 6th, put your X by the shoe. Let us give the captain of this country the legal mandate to run for another 5 years. He has never abandoned ship. He will never abandon ship. And in the Salybia constituency, with Mr. Frederick, we are in for the long haul. There is nowhere we are going out. There's no turning back. We are in with labor. Have a blessed night. Thank you.